So I decided to make another video about Mr. Hamza Ahmed, and the reason is twofold. The first reason is, to be completely honest and to be transparent, that the video with the most views on my channel so far is my video about Hamza. I made a video about Hamza's breakup, and I made that video also for two reasons. First reason was I was so fascinated by what happened because I was looking forward to him starting his fatherhood chapter. So I was quite shocked when that didn't happen and he announced that he has broken up with the girlfriend and changed his life completely around. Now, I address the breakup in that video, so I'm not gonna get into it in this one again. But the other reason for making that video was because I wanted to see if I could get more views by talking about somebody who is quite popular on YouTube. So I wanted to do some clout chasing, so to speak. And it worked in the sense that it is the most watched video on my channel. It has only 200 views, but my videos normally get around 20 views. So it's actually 10 times more than usually for my channel. So I thought, well, that's successful relatively compared to all the other videos I post. So why not do another one? And something interesting happened this week. The last week and this whole week I've been thinking about making this video, but I haven't gotten to it because of all sorts of excuses. But I noticed that he has actually made a video similar to the video I wanted to make about him. He made a video reacting to Hamza is a scammer video. And the whole point I wanted to make in this video originally before seeing this video from Hamza was I want to address those Hamza is a scammer, the downfall, the brutal fall of Hamza, these type of videos that I've seen online. I wanted to make a video about that. And now Hamza made a video himself about that same subject. So I guess this is the perfect timing to make this video since I just watched today that video from Hamza. And all I can say is, man, that was some fucked up shit that one of the his students, his student made a video about him and, went on to podcasts and stuff, trying to undermine him and trying to make Hamza look bad, when in reality, Hamza wasn't what that boy claimed him to be. And in this video Hamza made, he's showing all the receipts, so to speak. He's showing email exchanges between that boy and him, proving that the boy is just lying, literally going around on the internet spewing lies about Hamza. So it was really fascinating to see. And my point of view and what I wanted to talk about originally was that why are people making videos about the fall of Hamza when he has over 2 million subscribers and he has like over 1,000 subscribers on the school course he has, which costs $200 a month, and there's over 1,000 people buying it. He's making insane money. That man is swimming in money and he has over 2 million subscribers on YouTube. And then we have these people making videos, oh, the brutal fall of Hamza Ahmed. And I'm like, what fall? And it's pretty obvious. It becomes quite obvious quite fast that these people are just chasing clout and trying and wanting to create drama. Which is, sort of what I did with my video about his breakup. But in that video I made, even though my attitude in the thumbnail of the video and in some parts of the video perhaps when I talk about him maybe comes off as a little bit disrespectful, I always wanted to make a fair video where I criticize him, but I don't accuse him of being a complete asshole because I didn't know him. And here is the thing, this is the part of this video where I want to provide some value to you as a viewer, especially if you are somebody younger who hasn't figured some things out maybe yet. The philosophy I have about people, I think, is a good philosophy. I'm not gonna judge someone like Hamza, who is a popular character, a popular person on the internet, because if you don't sit down with a person in real life, if you don't shake their hand, you don't look at them in the eye, you don't talk with them, you don't spend any time with them in the real world, in the same room, I don't think you can know what those people truly are like. And I think this philosophy is something that is good to keep in mind. So if you hear rumors about someone, if you see headlines about someone, if you see videos about someone, how they are scammers and how they are falling off, this and that, maybe just sit down and think to yourself, have you ever spoken to that person? Have you ever looked at that person in the eye in real life? Because if the answer is no, then do you really know who that person is? Do you really know what they are like? And that's the reason why I never want to get too much into bashing someone online. And so while I am trying to clout chase, because I want my channel to grow, so I'm gonna talk about topics and people that might bring in viewers. While I'm doing that, I try to be respectful, while also being critical when it's due. And what I just wanted to say about Hamza and about all those videos about his fall and scamming, I do want to say my opinion that I think it's a little bit questionable to charge young boys multiple hundreds of dollars a month for pretty much anything. But at the same time, I have not been in that school. I have not taken those courses from Hamza. So I don't know what it's like. And here is what I think, here's what I believe genuinely. If I actually paid that $200, if I paid that money and I spent there a couple of months, I am 100% sure that my YouTube channel would grow and I would be able to cultivate a school community on that same website as well. I have no doubt that what Hamza is doing is effective for many, many people. It's just that my personal view of the world is that charging young, malleable boys many hundreds of dollars a month, it just feels to me off. But I do not know the truth, so I'm not gonna go claiming that he's a scammer or anything like that, or a bad person for that matter. If he's actually helping people, then that's awesome. And maybe he's just smart as fuck to charge that money because it makes him rich. And having wealth makes you free, and freedom is amazing. And one more thing I want to just put out there. This is a criticism of Hamza, but I'm gonna also add some positive note after this. I read an article not too long ago on a Finnish website, a Finnish news feed, about how choking women during sexual intercourse has increased significantly. And the article made sort of a statement or an argument that misogyny is growing, and it's partially due to people like Andrew Tate. And I thought about it and I wondered, well, maybe it's true to an extent. Sure, why not? It's a theory. But then I came across these videos trying to undermine Hamza, and this one actually had some clips of Hamza that made me think that, wait, maybe that article was right. And that made me think this is where Hamza has been in the wrong. Because here's what he said. I'm gonna insert some clips here.
I could imagine no life better than one of like Genghis Khan, just pillaging villages and stuff and taking all their women and literally having thousands of babies. You would be surprised of how much the cute innocent girl enjoys being spanked so hard that she's got like the hand marks on her ass. You'd be surprised that like that cute Eastern European girl of how loud she fucking screams when you You'll be surprised of like basically every girl that with will enjoy being choked. The DNA of a man in your bloodline who smiled as he ripped apart another man and then his wife. We're so scared of our dark desires that sometimes you desire to violently dominate another man, violently, brutally dominate a woman.
Now, after seeing those clips, do you think that's a good influence on young men and young boys to watch that and to listen to that? They look up to Hamza as really truly a role model. So they will, he's like a father to many of these boys. And he's suggesting that there's a bunch of women out there who will enjoy you choking them. And my advice to all the youngsters out there would be, if you want to find out if a girl would like to be choked, please ask before trying it. Don't do it without asking, because the article I read was talking about the cases have increased significantly where the boyfriend suddenly chokes the girlfriend during intercourse, which is really goddamn weird. And also, a couple of things to add to this. To me, it sounds like either Hamza is quite kinky sexually, or then he is still affected by the porn that he used to consume. Because let me tell you something. One of the effects that I saw when I stopped consuming pornography, one of the effects I saw really fast as I started dating a wonderful, wonderful woman, I noticed that what I thought was my kink when I was still consuming porn, those kinks were not true. Those fetishes were not mine. Those were fetishes planted into my head by the pornography. Because when I started loving this, just the cutest woman, I could not imagine putting my hand on her throat. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit sentimental when I say this, but it's just when I think about it. And I don't judge those couples who are kinky. I know there's some BDSM couples out there who are fantastic. They're lovely, probably treat each other really softly and gently, and then in the bedroom they get really rough. And that's fine, that's okay. But just the idea of these boys, these boyfriends, suddenly grabbing their girlfriend's neck with their hand to choke them. Fuck, man. So that's my critique of Hamza after watching one of those videos trying to undermine him. I don't know if that would be something he would still say. Maybe the video isn't even up anymore, because I think it might be from a video I remember coming across a long time ago on his channel, which was titled something like How to Fuck. I never watched the video because the title was too cringe for me. I didn't want to see Hamza talk about fucking women. Like, I just didn't want to hear. So I skipped that video. So I don't know if this is from that one, because these clips I got from another video trying to bash Hamza. And maybe there's some reason to bash in this case, but I just showed, the clips. But overall, just wanted to say, Hamza is friends with Chris Williamson, who is just a brilliant man. I haven't met the man, but it seems he's a really fucking great, awesome guy. If you don't watch his podcast, listen to his podcast, yes, I highly recommend you go and check the podcast from The Modern Wisdom. It's really awesome. And Hamza himself said in a comment some time ago that he hopes that he will be even just remotely as mature as Chris one day. And that's my conclusion about Hamza, and that's what I'm gonna end this video with also. I think and I believe Hamza will grow up to become a really good man. I think I understand what he's going through when he's growing his business and making tons of money, that he's focusing so much on growing the business that he sort of lost sight at some point of why he started his channel in the first place. But I think because his business revolves around self-improvement, he's never gonna forget self-improvement. And as long as he's never gonna forget self-improvement, he's always gonna come back to it. And that's why I think one day he will focus a little bit less on making money and he will get back to like meditating and stuff. And he's gonna be a really good role model, hopefully, in the future. It's just that right now it seems to me that he's like still so young at the end of the day, and it must be overwhelming to be so young and be so successful. So that's why he has that smug look on his face sometimes, where he looks like, I don't know, man. I don't like the look on his face sometimes. It looks like he's a bit too cocky. And some people say that he's a full-blown narcissist. Which, once again, if you haven't met the guy, the fuck do you know? So leave a comment below. Tell me what you think about Hamza. Tell you what do you think about all these accusations. And also let me know if you check the video. I will put the video link somewhere here in this video to the previous one where I talk about the relationship stuff, Hamza's breakup. Let me know what you thought about that, if I was too harsh or not. I don't think I was. And thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching. Now have a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.